There you
Bird, you knew
go.
the meme.
All
Bird,
right,
you knew the meme.
we are so back. We are so back on the Wax Stick podcast.
We are back with Alec fresh out of Fallujah.
It's a Tuesday episode.
How
Alec
did
we
Big
doing?
Rug?
Still no camera. The camera
How we doing?
got damaged by Big Rug apparently in his reporting. But he was live on the scene all week last week.
You guys didn't talk about me, did you?
Yeah, well, you were on the scene reporting all the dirt with Big Rug and uncovering all that, which...
that is what I was doing.
So what did we find out?
I don't know if you have any reportings or if you're still just working.
I just haven't clipped it all together yet.
Oh.
So you don't have anything to report?
No, it's not that. It's just I just haven't clipped it all together. I'll see you guys.
I don't know why that.
He hasn't
Just like the
clipped it
hesitation in your voice. Sounded like really stressed out there, man.
Well, he should be. He's dealing with, very serious people over there. I'm sure. I can't imagine the type of fucking...
Yeah, you would not
he's
believe my
dealing
week.
with. But I'm sure he'll clip
agent.
it together for us eventually.
Right.
How was your week, Burge?
Busy. We don't talk about work on this podcast, but there's been some recent developments at work in which I have found I've found myself to be a very important person at work now and busy. So,
right.
So like they let
it's
you
like
behind
that
the
meme.
velvet rope that other employees can't go behind?
Yeah, no.
'Cause you're a very
It's like that
important-
meme that's like you fucked around and all of a sudden became a needed person at work or whatever. That's my life.
That's the worst.
So,
Yeah, can't
Yep.
relate.
that's it. Just playing Pal World, just doing my 9 to 5. You know.
What was that look, Jungle You? But you don't like Power World?
I don't have any problem with Power World. I didn't play.
He hates Power
I haven't
World,
played
confirmed.
it for the past week. I was playing Satisfactory this weekend. That game, Build a Factory. It's like literally. Like in the concept, it sounds like the most boring thing ever. Like work. You like build a factory, but it's very satisfying and easy and fun. So, yeah.
Isn't it like 3D? Fuck, what's that? Oh my god.
Jarvis.
I just had it in my...
Jarvis, get his thought.
It's the 2D game where it's a...
Terraria?
No, manufacturing
Factorio?
automation. Factorio. Yep.
Yeah, Factorio is just like 2D Satisfactory, I believe. But I did go see Sinners, the movie we talked about last weekend that I was going to go see.
Yeah.
Burge, so everybody was like, "Oh, Sinners, the best movie of the year," and everything. And I tried not to go into it with all the overhype and everything. I tried to just go into it like I didn't watch the trailer. I think I saw like one like teaser trailer or something, but I didn't remember it like before. But my wife wanted to go see it. My wife, and it was a pretty good movie. I think like any critiques that I have are kind of like. It's a vampire movie, so like you kind of have to have some sort of like suspension of disbelief in there. You can't be like, "Oh, well, like the vampires wouldn't really be like that." Like,
Yeah.
it's a vampire. Like, you know what I mean? So like any sort of gripes that I had were like little stuff like that where I'm like, okay, a little over the top on like blood spurting where it's like cartoony kind of sometimes.
Yeah,
but,
I
like,
mean,
great movie. All the acting was incredible.
that's the whole thing. That was my whole point. Like, Michael B. Jordan puts on a fucking performance. Also, the Shama guy who, like, the way he rolls his
the
S's.
singer guy, yeah.
So good. But
yeah, I'm a music fucking nerd, so any movie, like, you can go through any of, like, my favorite movies and, like, you can listen to, like, the soundtrack of the movie, like, without even watching the movie. And just the soundtrack alone is like really good, and so I really like the soundtrack of that movie. The one song, where like obviously I'm not going to spoil the whole movie, but like the one song where the guy Sammy is like singing his first song at the juke or whatever, and everybody's like, it's like building up and building up and building up. Like that is, I don't know. I just love when directors or movies like use music like that, and especially.
Is that song on Spotify?
I don't know. I'm first of all, don't have Spotify, YouTube Music. Shout out. Right. But I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's on YouTube. But yeah, I'm just a huge music nerd in any movie. Like I can remember certain scenes based on like just because like, oh, this song comes in right at this part, and I love that.
Yeah, it appears that I don't know. There's a whole list,
oh yeah, there's always the soundtrack on Spotify. I mean, I've literally like after I watched Interstellar again for the however many time, I was listening to like the one scene from Interstellar, like from the soundtrack or whatever.
The piano.
I mean, yeah, there's like the main theme, but like the scene specifically in Interstellar where they're like on the water planet, and there's like the ticking in the background because the director like if you know the story of the movie,
Christopher Nolan,
on that planet like time passes by way faster because there's like a lot more gravity on the planet.
Is each tick a year?
So yeah, like each tick is like 1 day or something, I think. On
how long was Coop on the planet?
They were there for like years.
Can you imagine
like
the
9 minutes
of that?
Because
it was only a couple minutes, and I believe you're right on that.
Because they were supposed
and it was
to
all because Anne Hathaway's character was like, my boyfriend might be there.
Stupid bitch, Anne Hathaway. God.
I'll never forgive her for that.
No.
Great movie though.
No.
Christopher Nolan, great director.
What do you think of Sinners?
I have not seen Sinners.
Okay. All right.
Like Dongle, you said, I saw, like a teaser for a commercial or something, and I didn't know what to even think about it. But
yeah,
you guys recommend, obviously.
It's a pretty good movie. If you like thriller horror type movies, or if you're into like vampire movies, it's super. I mean, like for that genre,
I would say
it's good.
Like on the spectrum of like going to the movie theater just for fun activity, yeah, like that's up there in terms of movie theater just fun activities. Is it a movie that I'll ever watch again? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know if I will either, just because I'm not particularly into like, I'm not like a big horror guy or like vampire guy. Yep. I mean,
I'm a Michael B. Jordan with the Southern accent, and there's two of them guy.
I will say like there's only one other movie I can think of where someone plays twins, like plays two people, and it's like you believe it, and Tom Hardy does it in the movie Legend, I think.
What about The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah, how facts. Could you forget that? How could
like
you
a
forget that?
Kids movie, I guess. Like there's Sweet Life.
Okay,
like Sweet Life.
You're saying Parent Trap is a kids movie?
That's two different people, though.
Pretty much a children's movie. Yeah, it was on Disney Channel. But
great fucking.
I mean,
movie, man.
If you haven't seen, my whole point is if you haven't seen Legend, Tom Hardy plays two guys, and they're British, and it's totally British, believable. You absolutely believe that they're two different people. They're brothers. They're brothers, they are. And they get into a lot of hijinks. Let me tell you. Getting quite a pickle.
What, the pickle?
We can talk what movie I did watch the other day for the first time since I was like 8 was Signs with Mel Gibson. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
No.
I've never seen it. I've heard about it though.
Yeah,
that was your movie wreck.
Movie. It's pretty good. I was a fan.
Signs. Let me look it up.
Is that a M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong film?
It is an M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
So it's pretty straightforward the whole time? There's no twists and turns or anything like that?
Of course not!
The one, I've seen, the most recent M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong film that I've seen was the movie Old. if you're familiar with that.
Is that the one where they go to the beach or something?
Yeah, they're like this group of people goes to this beach, this like mysterious beach or whatever, in this vacation place, and they like grow old super fast. Like it starts aging you like super fast, like rapidly.
I just killed myself. I'm going to be honest.
How have I never heard of this?
I will literally never forget this movie because I saw it the night before I proposed to my wife. So like I just remember it because of that, not necessarily because like, oh, it's such a good movie. But like I had the
That's
ring.
why you proposed?
Yeah. Saw it and I was like, man, we're gonna die any second. We're growing old so fast.
Yeah.
But no, I remember sitting there with like the ring box in my pocket and like not wanting her to know that I had the ring box in my pocket. And like, dude, shout out to Zales. Fuck you, Zales. The size of a fucking ring box they give you is like fucking, it's like a cube, like a big square, like cube-shaped box. Thing. And it's like, bro, I gotta put this in my jeans pocket and have her not ask me
and be
what
conspicuous with it?
Yeah. And like I think one time her hand like literally touched it in my pocket while we were holding hands or something, and in my head I'm like, I'm cooked.
Did she say, "Is that a sales box in your pocket?" Or you just happy to see me?
No, she was surprised and it went well, but that movie is so weird. Like I don't. It's just weird that that's the movie that we went to see. So I'm always gonna remember it because it's such a weird, like, fucked up movie. Like.
And there's no twists and turns, right?
No, they just go to the beach. It's about how you grow old.
They're actually on the same planet that Lost, or island that Lost was on, and there's like a centrifuge thing in the middle of the island that they have to turn. Yeah.
I watched like one season of Lost, and then I was like, I can't. And people,
this is Lost.
To live by Lost.
Yeah, like
by the last season or two, it's the plot is so far lost.
Well, at that point, they're like, which timeline have we gone through? The portal where we've gone to? It's like, what are we even talking? I thought we were on an island. I thought we were lost on an island.
Yeah, the ending really made me want to kill myself.
I saw, same with like every show that I watch for the most part, is I've seen like up until the last like episode or two. Because a lot of the times like I get fatigue of I've been grinding this show out for like 2 months and then I just happen to lose interest.
Using the word grinding on a show is crazy. You've been grinding watching a show.
Yeah, when I grind and watch a show and I get like 3 seasons in, like I have to finish it. You know, I can't just like, even if it kind of sucks, you know, I have to know what happens.
There was one show I didn't finish in recent memory, and I didn't finish Game of Thrones specifically.
I've never finished Game of Thrones
because everyone said the ending was so terrible.
Yeah.
And I watched it after everyone had watched it, and they were like, don't even watch the ending. It's going to ruin the whole show. And so I was like, okay.
And like, don't you kind of want to live in a world where it's like, yeah, I could at any point go back and watch Game of Thrones and finish it.
Yep.
Versus the other side of that is I finish there's no point of me, you know.
Yes, because I watched House of Dragon after, which is like the prequel show.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Season 1, peak. Season 2.
Season 2 was
so fucking boring.
It's like having like, it's like if you had like a girl or like a stripper or whatever, and she's like, we're gonna do this thing, and they just keep teasing it and they're like,
and that's just every episode.
The dragons are gonna fight each other.
There's gonna be a war.
If you just watch one more, this next episode, they're gonna go fucking crazy, and then the next episode comes, and nothing fucking happens.
Wait. So you're telling me How to Train Your Dragon is a prequel to Game of Thrones?
I mean, actually, some people believe.
What's his name? Toothless? Yeah, he was in there.
I've never seen it.
That's literally what Raina calls her.
I haven't. Like, how old were you when that came out?
I think I saw the first one, maybe.
I think
we were definitely older.
Yeah.
Than.
Yeah. See that was,
Look, man.
I think when it came out,
put on a kids movie. I got no shame. I mean, I've openly said the Lego Batman movie is fire. The Lego Batman movie. If you need like a chill movie to like half watch, fall asleep to, put on your side monitor, what have you, like, because it's Batman, so like it's cool, kind of. I mean, we all think Batman's
What's the best kids movie? Now that we're on the topic.
Moana.
What?
That's such a hard, like, of all time.
Of all time, it's got to be like Toy Story or something.
Finding Nemo for me.
Oof.
Nemo.
I went through and watched all the Toy Stories like last year, and Toy Story 3, I'm not fucking kidding. I was sobbing.
Oh yeah,
I was ugly crying.
Oh yeah, you think they're gonna fucking die?
There's like a list of movies for me that's like
the part that gets me is when he drops off the toys at Bonnie's house. It's just a mix of like him growing up, him parting way with the toys being sad, parting way with him. But also it's like a cute moment because everyone kind of understands it's time to move on. But the part that really got me, and I don't even have kids, but the part about like Andy going to college and leaving home and like his family isn't going to see him.
You're just a pussy.
I mean, there's a list of movies where it's like...
Did you just Walt Jr. me on that? Jesus.
I mean,
at least make me a GoFundMe. Jesus.
But there's like a list of movies where it's like, if you don't cry, you're like, there's something wrong with you. Like if you watch Marley and Me the whole way through, and you're like, it's just a dog. Like there's something like lock him up. Like
Marley and Me is the first movie, and I specifically remember this because I was probably 5th grade or something. First movie that ever made me cry. I remember that.
But like Toy Story 3 is on the list. It's like if you watch the first 2 Toy Stories and then you watch Toy Story 3 and you're like, whatever. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, I don't know.
There's very few movies that have made me cry. And when Toy Story 3, when I was little and I saw that, I did cry. But a movie that still makes me cry till this day, you guys ever see Cinderella Man with Russell Crowe?
It's
like a boxing movie.
Cinderella, and I was like,
no.
No, I've never seen that though.
Cinderella Man? No, what
it's a boxing movie.
It's not an Eminem song?
Great Depression, and he's just trying to make a living by boxing. It's a great movie.
Dude, I actually cried at a movie recently. Now that I'm thinking about it, there was this movie I watched at work. Because sometimes I'll get like spare time and I'll watch like 20 minutes here and there of a movie instead of just watching like a podcast or whatever. And so the movie's called 50-50 with my boy Joseph Gordon-Levitt, my man crush, and Seth Rogen is in it, and Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And it's about Joseph Gordon-Levitt gets this like weird kind of cancer, and he basically has like a 50-50 chance to like survive whatever surgery. And like this one scene at the very end, he's like in the hospital. Spoiler alert. He's in the hospital for cancer. And he's like about to go, they just gave him the anesthesia or whatever. And he's like, well, how do you know if it's enough that I'll make it through the surgery? And they're like, and his mom is next to him. He's holding his mom's hand, and she's like, it'll be fine. And he's like, well, how do I know if like I'll even like wake up, Mom? And like the way that he says Mom, like something about it, I don't even know what it is, but just like it like puts the whole scene into perspective of like, it's so real. Like that moment, like there's that last, like, because I've been put under anesthesia. I don't know if you've been put under anesthesia, but like you feel it start to kick in and you feel yourself start to go under.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I've never fought it. I just went under.
I've never felt I've only had anesthesia. Not the point.
But I can't imagine that feeling of like, oh, like, what if, I don't know if I'm going to wake up from this or not.
Yeah.
Did you wake up?
Nope. God. You got to watch the movie to find out.
The movie that gets me, it's actually a recent development. It came out last year. We Live in Time with, I can't talk about it very much, but it's Florence Pugh, love. What's that one guy, like Andrew, he played Spider-Man? Andrew Garfield.
Oh, this
I can't talk about it. That movie gets me every time, but I've watched it twice in the past 6 months. First time was in the theaters, and I was like audibly crying. I had to like stifle myself. The second time I watched at home, maybe with a couple beers. Don't recommend that combination.
Yeah, no shot I would go see a movie like this in a theater, because it's like if you go with your girl or whatever, like it's chalk. You're gonna cry.
The person that I went with at the time literally finished it and was just like, yeah, good movie.
And then you have to sit there and you have to be like, yeah, I like the part when he said, when he was like, oh, I'm going to wake up. And he was like, Mom, I like that part. Mom? Like, you have to pretend like you didn't. You just be like, yeah, when Rudy got in, he got in on the last play. Rudy. That was pretty cool. And they were all chanting his name. But, like, I don't care. I'm not, like, sad about it.
I like the part when they start chanting Rudy. I like that part.
I mean, that should just be
who doesn't.
Odd title this week is just, we're sensitive guys.
Rudy.
Comment, go watch Cinderella Man and cry.
Comment with a movie that makes you cry every time.
Every time.
I'm gonna start fishing for comments in the middle of the podcast.
Division 3, Andy Dick.
Yep.
Every time.
That makes you cry.
Go every time. Well, that's
May every time.
So, can I get on my soapbox?
Sure.
Said I had a lot to talk about this week. I have a pretty big announcement. It's going to be very hard for a lot of listeners out there. For you guys as well. I'm about 90% sure I'm retiring from the NBA.
You're not going to take your talents to anywhere?
I think I'm going to take my talents full time instead of playing 2 sports. I think I'm taking my talents full time to the MLB.
So you are walking away from the league. Wow.
I mean, there's still a season left.
I'm still walking away from the game.
There's games to be played. You never know what could happen.
I mean, as a hockey fan, this is unfathomable to me. Because, like, playoffs is it's the greatest time.
It's not just a situation of what happened. My team is down 3-1. Did you know what happened? Did you hear what happened?
I don't follow basketball, no.
Jason Tatum has a torn Achilles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brutal.
On top of them losing.
Did he shoot his free throws after he tore it?
He didn't. He cried.
He didn't shoot the 2 free throws?
Dude, I'm telling you. And I'll go deeper in, but let's just put it this way. 3-1, losing this series, out for the year, whatever. Jason Tatum torn Achilles trumps all. Like, you're in more hot water with him tearing an Achilles than you not winning the finals 1 year.
Yeah, like my hockey comparison is like the New Jersey Devils were like red hot and they were supposed to be really good this year. And then like towards the end of the year, Jack Hughes got hurt, who's like their best player like all year. And then they had another big player get hurt and another big player get hurt. And then the playoffs started. So like their fan base basically went into it like, well, we're going to fucking lose. And then they did. So it's like...
That's the thing.
It just
is so different about basketball than any other sport. And that's one of my gripes is 90% of its talent. Coaching is a very small fraction of that. It's all talent.
I would debate that's most professional sports. Besides the NFL. The NFL, obviously, there's like plays and
Patrick
everything.
Mahomes, incredible.
I mean, I'm saying like hockey, baseball, basketball.
Basketball, no. I mean, baseball,
Coaching
no.
is not
Shohei,
as important as...
Angels is a clear example that just having the best player of all time on your team does not.
Plus Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Plus Mike Trout. Hockey, having Connor McDavid does not win you the cup every year. Basketball, okay, it's either
you have Steph Curry, debatably is the best player. You have
LeBron.
Facts.
I mean, you got two guys on this podcast that'll tell you that Giannis is the best player in the league. So, like, I could say the same thing about the NBA. Like, it's, Giannis is the best player, and he doesn't win every year.
But my point is, my point is that losing your best player on a basketball team is more detrimental than I would think any other sport, because there's only 5 players on the court. I was going to say,
yeah, just look at how many players are playing. Yeah, there's 5 compared to...
What about golf?
Well,
what about bowling?
Yeah.
Or tennis?
Yeah.
What about figure skating? Anyone ever think about that?
True, gymnastics.
You see Chaz Michaels go out and, there's no way you're winning a gold.
Well, even if he was hurt, Chaz Michaels would still go out there. You better fucking believe.
Well, okay. So that's one part, is Celtics are cooked this year and absolutely cooked next year. The 2-peat, the 3-peat, the whole window shattered off that. But my point is, do you know how when we were just talking about basketball, it went to who's the best, blah, blah. It's an entertainment sport. It is not a real fucking sport at this point in time.
So people just... NFL.
I disagree. The NFL still has a good product on the field. When people are talking about the sport, it's about fucking stats. This guy's good, that guy's good. It's not fucking legacy drama.
Sorry to interrupt you, but the only numbers I've ever fucking heard in the past 2 years people talk about the NFL is, I got plus 500, I got a 14-leg parlay if this guy gets first touchdown plus 3 yards with 40 and 20 rushing with this guy. It's like, dude, DraftKings Sportsbook, sponsored by BetMGM, sponsored by Big Gambling Company.
But if you have a gambling addiction...
If you have a gambling addiction, call 1-800-50-50-50-50-50.
But at least with the fucking NFL, the product on the field is interesting. The games are interesting.
The NBA is in a tough spot.
It is until the refs get involved.
That's the NBA's on-court product. People do not watch the NBA for basketball. They watch it to see, oh my God, is Kevin Durant unhappy in Phoenix? Where's he going to go next? James Harden is playing on his 3rd team in 6 years. Same with Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh.
That's why college basketball is way better.
Luka, everyone lost their mind about Luka getting traded to the Lakers. Who the fuck actually sat there and was like, dude, I love watching Luka and LeBron playing. They just like watching the fucking highlights. It's just a highlight game.
Yeah.
It's all people talk about is the drama of it. That's where 90% of the entertainment comes from.
My favorite.
The stars in the... I'm done.
My favorite thing is that all the highlights are like, look at this crazy ending to whatever game. And there's like a minute or 2 minutes on the clock, and the clip is like 15 minutes long. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, the score's like 150 to 148. Why is the only interesting part of the game the last 2 minutes? Like, why is the whole game just somebody dribbles up the court, he passes it to somebody, they shoot a 3.
That's all it is now, is who makes more threes. But that's why I think the actual watching entertainment value of baseball, of hockey, scoring is sparse. It's not basketball. It becomes like a tolerance effect. You're scoring 150 points a game. Someone makes a buck. You're like, that is seriously such a small drop in this entire. Someone scores a goal in hockey. Oh fuck, it's 2-1.
Couldn't change the whole game around. 1 goal.
Baseball, same fucking deal.
Yeah.
If someone hits a 3-run blast, holy shit, that just either made it a not so close game, or that just took someone back out of the...
Even just a hit in baseball can change the momentum a
Even
lot.
a
I mean, if someone's
hit.
throwing a no-hitter and then you ruin it in the 8th or something, like going into the 9th, you have a lot of momentum. I mean, you have a new pitcher or whatever. But yeah,
I don't really want to talk about baseball.
Yeah,
the Brewers down bad.
They're real down bad. And Bird just got this smile on his face. Ooh, my team won 9 in a row.
One game back from first in the NL
Cardinals.
Central. One game back, buddy.
How are they winning?
Isn't it going to be crazy when they trade Arenado still?
It literally is what they still could.
How are you going to feel about that? It's a real question.
Do you want to hear me say something fucked up? I like players that have a little bit of emotion. Like I see Arenado, and he just all the time looks like he does not want to be there. That's how it's been like 3 years, and I think that's just the kind of guy that he is. He's not going to sit there and do a bunch of crazy shit. But like you look at him back in Colorado, and he'd get fucking hyped, you know. But,
like, dude, there's a fucking guy, John Tavares for the Leafs. He used to be the captain of the Leafs, but now Austin Matthews is the captain. And literally, like, I know every hockey guy in every interview is like, generic answer, team, we, not me, didn't do anything. But, like, this guy is, like, the most fucking boring vanilla guy. Like, even in, like, an interview where, like, somebody's like, what do you like, John? He's like, I just like sitting at home and I make my vegetable milkshakes and hang out with the kids, and that's all I do, and I'm John Tavares. Like, he's the most boring guy. And, like, on the ice, like, he was the captain for years, and on the ice, like, there would be, like, fights and scrums, and he would just be like, just no emotion on his face, ever. Any emotion. Anger, happiness, sadness, anything. Nothing at all.
Nada.
It's like it's so weird. Like, you're the leader of the team, but you're like, yeah, we had a tough game tonight. It's tough. Gotta do better next time.
You guys think pro athletes just view their teammates as coworkers?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I think for sure it's like a thing. People think that all athletes on a professional sports team are like best friends and all get along, and there's no way it's actually like that.
Like, I was thinking about... Yeah, it varies.
Yeah, like, I think Mika and Kreider love each other. But there's a bunch of other people on the Rangers that are like, I want to fucking kill that guy. I hate that guy.
But do you think there's some of them where it's like, not even that, it's just ambivalence. Like, yep, work with John, no clue what he does in his free time.
Oh, indifferent for sure, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like, in baseball, I feel like I saw a clip of, like, Juan Soto on the Mets, and, you know, he makes, like, $1 bajillion, million, trillion dollars, and he just, like, doesn't look happy to be there or whatever. His teammates are, like, high-fiving and stuff, and he's just kind of, like, whatever. And, like, you see the small market teams, you know, they, like, they got a little jive to them, you know? Yeah. They're all friends. They came up in the minor leagues together. They probably, like, roomed together. And then you get these, like, big market teams that just pay a bunch of guys and they just go play baseball. It's just a little different.
Yeah, unless you're the Dodgers.
They actually look like they have fun, and it pisses me off.
And you just have Yamamoto and Shohei and...
Oh my God, did you see Kike Hernandez pitching? Like, yeah, but God, ESPN was so deep-throating them for that. Oh my God, look at him. He's pitching just like Yamamoto. Jesus Christ.
I still love the thing where they lost to the Cubs 16-0. And it was like Shohei's leadoff single or something. It's like, who gives a fuck?
I don't know if Jake would have seen it, but Alec, did you see the thing with the National Series with like the all caps thing on Twitter?
Yeah.
Like, Shohei, it was literally that. Hits like a go-ahead home run in the third inning to make it 1-0. Like, it was just a solo shot. And they're like, Shohei, go-ahead home run. And then, like, later in the game, James Ford or whatever his name is on the Nats, like, Wood has an actual, like, clutch play. And there's, like, James Wood hits a double. And they're like, everyone on Twitter was like, "Where's the caps lock, admin? Where's the caps lock?" And then they ended up, giving them the caps lock.
And that will change the score drastically. What do you think of the A's announcer?
Dude, there was one announcer. I don't know if it was the A's, but I was watching the highlights. I think it's the Yankees radio guy because it was on Yankees highlights, but it was only on like one part of the clip. And he's got this voice that's like the most textbook baseball voice you've ever. And I was watching it with my wife, and she said, "This sounds like Dan Soder doing an impression of a baseball announcer."
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys know who Dan Soder is, but he's a comedian that I really love, and he does really good impressions. And it literally, every time I hear it now, all I think about is that. Because it's like, this guy is a cartoon character with his voice. Like, he's made to announce baseball.
The MLB announcer that I really love. The guy who was like, "And that'll be a hit to deep left field.
And a deep drive.
A home run for Castellanos."
What was his name?
Joe something?
He used to football too.
I just looked it up. He just got a job again, like this year, announcing, I think, ACC college football on the CW.
Brenneman. His name is Brenneman, I think.
Brenneman. Like to go from fucking Fox, like pro sports, to second tier, Division I football on the CW of all fucking places.
Well, he got his dream. He didn't know if he was going to be putting on the ad set ever again. Mm-hmm. Here he is.
I don't know.
Deep drive to left field by Castellanos. That'll be a home run.
I can't believe Castellanos didn't hit a homer when the Pope died.
Yeah, I know that there were some bets thrown down on that shit.
He was the highest odds to hit a homer that day, I'm pretty sure. He's got like 4 this year.
He only has 4 home runs this year?
At the time, I think he did. I don't know. Let's see.
So, I don't have a star of the week this week, but 4. I'm just going to use the same person that I had last week because I wanted to talk about it with Alec anyway. But there's this guy, Mikko Rantanen. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he's basically fucking retarded good at hockey. There's a stat that I heard. From April 28th until May 11th, so for like 2 weeks in a row, every single goal that the Dallas Stars scored involved Mikko Rantanen in some way, meaning he either scored the goal or assisted on the goal.
How many in a row?
Like 2 weeks in a row worth of games. From April 28th and like last night or 2 nights ago was 2 nights ago was the first time since April 28th someone else like the Dallas Stars scored and Mikko Rantanen wasn't involved. It was the first time.
So basically if he's not in the box score, they lose.
Well, he had back-to-back hat tricks, and then he had like a 3-point game or something. Like, he is just literally like their whole offense is him. So yeah, it's like if he doesn't score, they like lose, and then it's like okay, well whatever, and then he just scores a hat trick or whatever. Like it is the dumbest thing. Like it's absolutely insane.
Hey,
so
watch your mouth.
He gets my story of the week again for sure. And if I had to give a black hole of the week, it's the Oilers because they had Stuart Skinner in net to start the playoffs. They lost 2 games in a row. Right? Because Stuart Skinner is not a good goalie. I'm going to say it.
He just got his first minute.
So they lose 2 in a row, right? Then they put in Calvin Pickard. Calvin Pickard wins 6 games in a row. And then they decide in game 3 of a series that they're up 2-0 that they're going to put in Stuart Skinner again. Which they say it's because Calvin Pickard is hurt. Which he might be. And I could be completely, hot take guy here. But he played the entirety of the last game before, and I honestly think they're just using that as an excuse because they wanted to put Skinner back in net. But Skinner loses the game 5-4. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, literally the goal that the Knights scored to go ahead 5-4 in this game was, I think there was like a couple seconds left on the clock. And, like, it was just absolutely ridiculous. Like, I can't even describe. Like, Stuart Skinner is so far out of his net. It's not even, like, he's not even in the same area code. And then they just put it off Leon Draisaitl because he's standing where Stuart Skinner should be standing.
How the fuck do they have him in the game if he's not even in the right zip code? That's crazy.
I mean, it's the crazy. He was really good throughout the regular season and stuff too. Like, it's the craziest thing to me that he's this bad. But like, I'm pulling up so I have the highlights pulled up, and I'm not gonna play the video, but I have it paused here, and I'll just like mute it, and then I'll move it forward like a little bit, so you guys.
I'm looking here to see what elite save percentage is in the NHL, and it's generally considered 92% or higher.
Yeah, 920. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. 900 is like average. Like, you want your goalie to have a 900.
Below 900 is considered.
His is probably like 860 or something.
His is 896 this season.
On the year, yeah. And he was good. And I said he was good, and that's good for him, dude.
He's a one-time All-Star.
The Oilers just outscore all of their problems. But okay, I don't know if you guys can see what I have pulled up here. But this is there's 0.8 seconds on the clock. You can see how little time there is on the clock when this is happening. So, like, but he is so far out of his net. Like, he's not even in the blue paint. He's not even in, like, they show the top-down picture of the goal, like, from above. There's an angle where they show it from above, and literally he's not in the picture because he's so far. Look how far outside of his net he is.
Rewind that whole play, though.
And I get that.
Like, is this bad? Is this considered bad? What he does?
I mean, the Oilers. Yes, he gives the puck up. The whole sequence is bad, but the point is, like, he's out of the corner looking. He's out of his net looking at the corner when the puck goes in. Like, I don't know.
I'm assuming you're supposed to be, like, locked into the corner post, at all times.
If he just sits and hugs this post and just plays like any normal goalie I've ever seen plays, then maybe Draisaitl takes the man, and maybe, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a hockey player. I've never played hockey. But, like, that looks pretty bad, man.
That whole goal looked awful, though. There's no Oilers even near him, or
the Oilers' defense is another point I could talk about for a whole fucking hour. But my point with this is just to say, like, if Calvin Pickard can play at 60%, fucking put him in there. I don't know what the injury is, but, like, dude, he's won 6 games in a row. Like, what are we doing? Figure it out. Shoot him up. This is the 3rd podcast in a row I've said it. Shoot him up. Whatever you got to do. Get him on the ice. Different context every time, but this is the 3rd time in a row I said shoot him up. Meaning just fucking, I mean, what are we doing? You got to win 2 more games. And then you get a break.
We're advocating for roiding players, like,
no,
their
not
talent.
it's like Toradol, like Toradol or whatever they give NFL players when they go in that super cool tent that they have on the sideline. You know,
perks. Give them some perks. Get them out there.
That interview of Aaron Rodgers where it's like, yeah, he's all perks.
Perk Rodgers, what a legend.
Oh, I love that clip, dude.
My knee.
Yeah. Oh. Alec, you think you could out-golf Aaron Rodgers? You think you could beat him in golf?
No. He seems pretty good.
Did you get out of your yips that you were having?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shocker.
I played in a scramble this weekend at
Okay.
I don't know if you've played Coyote Creek before, but
No.
my chipping and putting was locked in.
You know why your chipping was locked in?
Why's that?
Because you've been playing a little backyard chipperoony, whatever that game
Oh
was. It
yeah,
looked fun.
that could be
That's
bucket
why.
golf. Yeah, that shit is
Yeah.
fun.
Bucket golf.
Sit on the
that?
porch.
Yeah, you
have
like
some
that shot?
Beer. I did. Explain to Jacob Charles what. Yeah, I'll use your government name. Explain to me. Explain to him what bucket golf is.
So basically, you just throw, those little. Have you seen the hole, Dongle Hugh?
Me?
The hole?
Yeah, for bucket golf, the thing you hit the ball.
It's like
into.
I'm assuming it
right.
looks like a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah, no, it's probably as it's not as tall as a 5-gallon bucket, but the opening is probably as wide.
About as wide. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you know that like slinky shit? It's not actually a slinky, but like it's got that wire all around it. Typically it's like a kid or a dog or a cat toy.
Like PVC?
It's like a tunnel that they could run through.
Oh,
No,
yeah. PVC
no.
pipe?
No,
Not PVC.
What do you
It's-
mean mesh? Like
what I mean by like slinky is that there's wire coiled all around it, and it's more used like a tunnel for, again, a child or a cat or a dog.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
So it's about as
Okay.
tall
Like a
as it
tube.
is, wide.
Tube.
And, you just set up the holes around the yard. And if you hit the bucket at all, you just count whatever you shot. So say you made a hole in one and just hit it, you just made contact with it, it's a 1.
Right.
But say you make it inside of it, because it's not like in the ground,
bucket.
it's above the ground. So
Right.
if you make it in, it's a 0. So that's the whole game. You just set them up around the yard and
That sounds
It
fun.
looks really
shoot
fun.
balls.
Do
Shoot
you use
wiffle
your
balls into it.
actual like wedge?
Yeah,
Or
use your
like
actual
plastic
wedge.
balls?
Yeah, they're like wiffle balls. They're pickleballs, essentially.
Mm-hmm. I want
I'm
to play
not
that.
a pickleball man, but
I don't have a
I'm
fucking
familiar.
yard to play it in, but I want
yeah,
to
that
play
would be
it.
super fun. I do have a yard, but there's dog poop all over it because I got 2 dogs.
You don't clean up the dog poop?
Well, we do. I mean,
He doesn't.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't.
I just live here.
He does not clean that shit up.
You don't
I'm doing
clean
chores.
the shit up.
You take
literally.
a step in any direction, you're gonna have a little heat stinker
no,
on
I
your
just
foot.
mean my wife does it because she does all the chores. 'Cause she's awesome. I do nothing.
Because she's my wife, and that's what wives do.
That's what she does. She
They
does
pick
the
up
chores, and then she gets off and she plays Stardew Valley.
That's facts. She goes
That's what she's
outside
doing,
and
right?
plants, and then she get on video game and playing plants.
And playing plants. She got 60 hours
She does
in
chores
Stardew.
in a game as well.
Yeah, same, except mine's at a factory. I build factory.
You never get off work just to work virtually?
Yep. I have my
I mean, that's what I'm doing in
Empire
fucking Power
Schedule
World
1.
lately.
I got
Jesus.
all my stuff in Schedule 1 I got going, and then I got my Silas Factory.
Dongle, he'll tell the story about how your brother was telling your dad that he had a flight at a certain time. Your dad's like, "What?" He's like, "I got a flight simulator or something."
Oh my god, yeah. My dad called my brother, like, just talk. My dad always calls to talk about whatever, the week or whatever bullshit, small conversation. But he called, and then Drew said something about, like, oh, I gotta go. I have a flight scheduled or something. And my dad was like, what? Like, are you flying somewhere? He's like, no, it's on Flight Simulator. He, like, literally scheduled, like, a virtual flight. He's like, yeah, I have to like taxi on the runway or whatever. Like, it's so stupid, dude. He's like, yeah, I'm flying to London today from Dublin.
Did your dad even comprehend?
Dad's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's just a video
I was just
game.
talking about Flight Sim actually before we hopped on here. But do you guys want to know a crazy story on that context of like having to work in video game?
No.
Okay. All right. All right. No, this one was actually crazy because it's a real ass story. There was someone, I won't dox their name, that we all know that I played baseball with in middle school. And in the summer, like we had, a game that day or whatever, and I was at his house before we went to the game. And his mom was like, he's like, yeah, Mom, are you coming to the game? Like, we're about to go. She's like, no, I can't. I got to deliver a baby. She legit was a doctor on Second Life and took that shit seriously.
My God.
I remember being at the game the whole time, and I'm like, she legit is not here because she had to deliver a baby in Second Life. Like, that's like video game addiction for, like, that's a sad story, man.
You're going to have to name drop.
You want to know a sad story I heard? I heard some story about there was some, there was a kid, a young girl. She was getting, bullied online. So they, tracked down, the account of who was, posting this, rude shit or whatever. And it was literally her own mom. Her own mom made a fake account to, cyberbully her daughter. Because she's jealous of that her daughter's popular or whatever.
That is crazy.
How fucking psycho do you have to be, dude?
Yeah, no, that
what parent would be jealous that their kid is popular?
Dude, it's wild.
I mean, it's not a story that I'm like, oh, I can never imagine. Like, I definitely can imagine that. I mean, some parents are just narcissists or, have fucking issues. But
no, they're all good people.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Ask FM, though?
God,
that shit was crazy.
Was that an app or a website or?
I think it was an app.
It was an app or both, maybe.
I remember the girlfriend that I had at the time, who we all know was maybe a little crazy. Definitely, I think, was sending themselves hate messages for me to feel bad for her.
Sending them.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
The real ones.
Sure.
Remember,
you probably believed it too.
100%. Dude, I was at Jake's house one night, actually at his house, and I was trying to break up with her, and she's like, "I'm gonna kill myself if you break up with me." And I'm like, "I'm just trying to play Skyrim, bro." Jesus.
God,
I really put you in a box.
Just trying to play Gotham City Imposters out here, man.
He's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, just fucking dump her.
She kills herself.
Do it.
Oh, Gotham City. Alec, did you ever play GCI?
Once or twice, I think.
I'm surprised you even know what it is.
It's like a fighting game, right? You fight crime.
No.
Nope.
With the boys.
Nope. It's a first-person shooter.
Gotham City Imposters FPS?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can look it up on Steam right now.
Burge, would it be considered a hero shooter? Because there was light, medium, heavy, right? Or am I tripping?
No, I mean...
Couldn't you play as a big guy or a little guy?
Yeah, you could.
I'd always use a guy with a sword. It's fucking sick.
And then one had a grappling. Did they take it? Did they delist Gotham City Imposters?
Probably.
Oh
it's
God.
The servers are definitely down.
Yeah. No.
Wait, no, I got the link. It's...
Thank God.
Oh no, it's no longer available in the Steam store.
Right now. Oh my God, who could have? No way.
You could probably still play it. I'm sure some fanboys revived it somehow.
Yeah, no, I mean, this game. I wonder if... Can I, gift it? No. But it's still in my library. Well, because I'm seeing like all these people like with recent postings from like a review on May 6th or April 18th, and they all say product received for free. So I'm like,
I really like the art style of this game. Like, I'll put it on the screen for reference, but just like the cartoony but semi-realistic, but
dude, that game
so it's not like cartoony, silly, arty.
Like it is, but it's like the guns and stuff were like pretty realistic looking, and the gameplay was pretty fast paced and stuff. It wasn't like, oh, everyone has like a bunch of health and you know.
Bro, I literally remember because I would always play this at Jake's house, and then one day, because like it was $15 or something, like I like shoveled 2 or 3 driveways just to get it. My dad was like, "All right, I'll get it for you." It's like, hell yeah.
God, I remember saving up so much money for like looking back, like such stupid things when I was a kid. Like I saved up $200 to buy LeBron shoes or whatever. And it's like, I literally, there's no reason I needed those at all. Like, my dad would have just bought me regular basketball shoes or whatever, but it's like, I had to get the LeBrons.
Yeah. If only your dad worked at the mall and had the connected champs.
Well, everyone knows I'm not going to be cool if I don't have LeBrons.
Yeah.
Nobody's even going to want to talk.
Well, that's actually why I was friends with you.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm. What was, did you guys ever send your LeBrons out to fucking Picasso? Do you guys remember Picasso?
No.
No?
You'd send your shoes to them?
Picasso was a guy who would do like custom shoe, like I don't think prints would be the correct
word.
Draw
on them or something?
He was Picasso of shoes.
Picasso
like, do art on the shoes?
Yeah, he'd like do kick also. I'm surprised, Jake, you don't remember this because, again, not going to dock someone, but it's a deep meme in Toad lore. I'll just put it that way.
I knew about the Chinese LeBrons. Or the...
Yeah, Picasso. He would do, like, Roches. You do Roches quite a bit. Yeah, bro. I got Picassos.
I can't go into all the memes right now. I want to.
Do you think that PowerPoint still exists?
100%. The real question is, because now I can ask, because we have both fucking people on the podcast, is the 100 men versus 1 gorilla question.
Oh, shit.
And I was thinking, like, yeah, like, we could talk about, like, 100 men versus 1 gorilla and everything, but the real question is, like, if you could pick who you want to send, like, if you had, like, a vote for, like, who you want to represent us against the gorilla.
Only one pick?
It's not like he's speaking.
Be one, could be a bunch. No, I mean, it's just one of the 100. Another concept I had was like, who's the one that you want to go in first? Because like, there's gonna be 100 people, but you gotta kind of assign one guy that's like, look, man, you're gonna go in there, fucking first guy, fucking front line. You're probably gonna get fucked up, but there's gonna be a bunch of people behind you.
Give me Rey Mysterio. Give me
terrible pick.
Give me John Jones.
Okay, John Jones makes sense. I think
John Jones.
I think it should be Mr. Beast.
Chris Kyle.
Mr. Beast?
Because Mr. Beast is like the guy. He'll be there. There'll be a whole video. He'll be like, it's 100 men versus 1 gorilla. Let's see how it ends. And then he's the first one to... Or
Mr. Beast.
My real pick, if like we all had to like, you know, put a vote, I would put Bradley Martin because he's really annoying, but he's also like really fucking strong. So like he's got a shot.
Pretty sure Bradley Martin's the guy where like someone took his hat or something and he slapped him.
Give me my fucking hat back, kid. You want to go see Uncle Cracker or not?
Give me my hat back, Jordan.
The 3 people that get that meme.
Different guy. No, I know that
that's
guy.
Evan Breen.
Because he rolls up the window and... Fine, man.
Simpler times.
Simpler times. So, I mean, I guess my pick is obviously I'm going to send in extremely experienced martial artists,
like Rey
combatants.
Mysterio.
Like Rey
Martial
Mysterio.
artists? Like what? They do fucking karate on the gorilla?
Bruce
no,
Lee.
like someone like fucking UFC fighters.
Okay,
you know.
Well, yeah.
But I also need some brains to the operation, so I'm going to send at least 1 or 2, smart guys, probably prior military experience with tactical.
Chris Kyle.
Say,
that's the thing.
You're talking Navy
Does
SEALs
the 100? Do the 100 dudes have anything?
No, they got
nothing.
Get no weapons.
Here's my argument, though. Like, without a weapon, how do you even damage a gorilla?
Stomp that motherfucker out. There's 100 of you.
Yeah, but it's not like all 100 of you can get your hands on it at once.
Right, you need like one Bradley Martin motherfucker, big ass fuck, to grab him from behind or something. Fucking, you gotta like break its limbs, fucking gouge its eyes out, fucking...
Go for the eyes.
It's gonna get primal, for sure. I mean, you're gonna be fucking going for the extremities, if you know what I mean. You're gonna be going monkey mode, if you know what I mean. You're gonna be ripping its junk off. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I mean,
do you
it's
want
gonna
to
get
hear
real.
Something fucking insane?
I mean, we're all on the same
According
page, so 100
to Google,
men can take a gorilla, right?
A fully grown silverback is actually stronger than 20 adults combined. A silverback gorilla can lift 4,000 pounds on a bench press, while a well-trained man can only lift up to 885.
How do they get that
4,000 pounds on a bench press.
What's the test they did for that? How do they know on a bench press? They put the gorilla on a bench press?
The Gorilla Combine. You don't know about this?
I find that hard to believe.
World's Strongest Gorilla. Ever seen the show?
Yeah,
they're drugging up the gorillas. They're pumping the numbers. They're pumping up the gorillas.
But I feel like the gorilla's just gonna go.
Gorilla could kill 100 men.
Easy. Just off of the mere fact that 100 men can't physically damage a gorilla with no first thing primitive weapons. Hey, they got rocks. They got
Burge. Okay, I
don't think your fist enough is going to fracture the skull.
Me to a gorilla. I'm a lot weaker. But a person could kill me with their bare hands, easy as fuck.
Because they could actually get their arm around your neck and choke you out. I don't think you're going to get your arm around. But you can maybe get your legs.
You gotta think more fucking literally they're gonna be scratching, clawing, punching, kicking, fucking doing everything they can, biting, fucking whatever the fuck you have to do. I mean, you're gonna take the thing down eventually. I mean, even if there's 20 people doing the actual work on, because there's only so much surface area of a fucking gorilla, but if 5 people jump on its back at one time, that's 1,000 pounds. I get that it can lift 1,000 pounds, but
4,000.
I don't know, just waves coming at it. You could tire it out.
That's the thing, though, Jake. I feel like the gorilla would never stop until his heart exploded or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is
he's way more determined than the 100 men. I'll tell you that.
Someone got their legs around his neck to lock in a chokehold. That motherfucker is going to be... And probably one of those punches are enough to punch through you.
Wait, Bridge, what will he be doing?
That's the thing. Okay, so, someone's around my neck, even with their legs. Boom, 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 boom.
Just take him and throw him off.
So you're saying a gorilla which walks on its front feet, which its shoulders are basically pointed towards the fucking earth all the time, is going to rotate all the way behind its head and punch you while you're on its back? Like this?
Yeah.
Its arms
I'm
are
assuming
fucking...
in this... In this scenario, you're doing a ground grapple where someone, again, like is trying to choke them out like with their legs because your arms aren't getting around that shit.
I don't know.
That
boy
I know
laying
on his back,
weapons, but like if there's a big
you
rock,
don't think he's going to be able to do this.
If there's a fucking stick, if there's a fucking anything.
Okay, if you have a stick or something. Actually, maybe that's the strategy. Go for the eyes.
Shoot them, stab them, burn them,
nuts.
Drop a big old rock on the head.
I wonder if kicking a gorilla in the nuts would like.
Dude, they're gonna rip it. They're gonna rip its nuts off. They're gonna claw. They're gonna fucking. They're literally. I mean, it's like people like think about how our fucking ancestors survived, bro. They're fucking killing huge shit all the time. They're fucking killing mammoths.
They had bow and arrows.
I mean,
cavemen.
Okay, I get it, but
kill a silverback
it's also
gorilla.
just the mentality and like the fucking primal like nature of people when you're in a survival situation.
How do you know those? Is it just say it's just a random 100 people, right?
Well, random 100 people were chalked, but if you could pick the 100 people, we're gooch. We're winning that. If it's 100 yous, if it's 100 me's, we're chalked. We're not winning. If it's 100 me's.
One swing of that gorilla in the ribs, that's broken rib, punctured lung.
People are gonna die for sure. Like fucking half the people are gonna die. But so is the gorilla.
I don't know. There's only one way to find out, and I just scheduled a time to fight a gorilla.
Yep, we gotta get the Saudis on this. They can afford it. They'll do some shit. 100%. See it on Twitter or something. Elon will allow it.
Okay, you know
what? It's gotta be Mr. Beast though, right? It's gotta be.
What did you find?
Mr. Beast thing.
Here's what I found. This is according to Ron McGill, a wildlife conservationist.
He prefaces the wildlife guy is going to say the gorilla would win. Wow.
He prefaces his answer by saying, "What this question proves is that some people have too much time on their hands."
What a pussy.
I could have told you that. I'm not an expert.
And also read, the human assault force would have to expect severe collateral damage that could easily include death from broken necks, arterial bite wounds, massive concussions, fatal brain bleeds. However, amongst the kamikaze mission, if they are willing to accept this, the group should be able to overtake the gorilla and inflict enough blunt force trauma combined with severe twisting of the head and neck, while simultaneously inflicting severe abdominal punches that the gorilla would eventually succumb to either a broken neck, internal organ damage, or asphyxiation.
I was going to say, dude, as soon as you get it on the ground, whether it's on its stomach or on its back, everybody starts fucking kicking that motherfucker as hard as you can. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's just numbers. It's like, we're going to win. We can win that shit.
So, you know what I think we should do?
We should get Mr. Beast on this right now.
No, I think we're going for a little bit of a closer approach. While Alec is investigating Big Rug, I think you need to put together a tactical force and find a silverback gorilla. That's going to be your homework for the week. No, not you, Alec.
I'm not going to put together a tactical force.
Okay. Jake's been a little confident in this debate.
And I'll get the gorilla.
I just know for a fact that we would win. You know what? I believe in humanity.
Just know, Jake, whoever you come up with the 100 people, I'm roiding up my gorilla. I'm training it. It's going to be bench pressing 4,000 pounds.
Well, he's got to pass the drug test.
What?
Yeah.
What?
We're drug testing the gorilla. It's going to be regulation rules. It's going to be regulation. We're going to be SADA testing.
That's not in the...
So you'll have to find another gorilla. Better have a backup gorilla.
There's no fucking weight class. There's no weighing in on this shit.
Well, no shit, bud. It's a fucking gorilla. How would you
say? You're gonna say as Alex Silverback Gorilla steps up to fight, you're gonna be like, actually, Wade was supposed to be 432 kilograms. You're 432.5. So
I'm just saying,
the belt
there's
goes to
no
the humans.
roids allowed. All right, I have a question for you guys. I was just thinking about it because I brought up Mr. Beast. What's the difference between Mr. Beast at this point and the supervillain? Because I'm pretty convinced that he's just... I mean, like, he does a bunch of good for the world. I know he's not, like, actually a bad guy, but, like, literally the videos he does is like, hey, you can keep this Lamborghini if you protect it from this minefield that you have to drive it through. And now that you did that, we're going to drop bombs on your car and see if you can protect it and that fire.
You want to know what was the most villainous part of that video? Because I did see some clips from the driving your car through the minefield. Is the guy was a veteran.
Wait, that's real?
That's for real.
Actually real.
That's for real. He literally did a video.
The guy was a veteran, and he makes a comment. He's like, I hope this isn't going to be a problem for you then.
He literally says
in the guy's
video, he goes, I hope this isn't giving you PTSD right now. It's hilarious. I mean, like, he knows how to get the views more than anything. I mean, you got to respect the guy. He's like the biggest YouTuber of all time. But like, literally, I'm just going to read you some of these videos' titles here. Would you risk drowning for $500,000? Question mark. I mean, he does the last before you move on ones. Like,
can you stay away from your family for 100 days in this padded room in a straitjacket for $500,000?
Literally. And then he's like, I'll come back and check on you every week or so just to see how you're doing. And he comes in and he's like, just to make it so, do you want to leave right now? We'll give you $5 if you leave right now. And they're like, no, I'm sticking it out. I want the 10K, Mr. Beast. And he's like, okay, well, we'll see if you still feel that way after we drop all the roaches in. And then he just leaves.
He is kind of a fucking asshole.
Like, it's crazy.
It's diabolical the way that he words it about, like, there was a whole controversy of the, like, pilots in a plane. He's like, yeah, you know, like, that's the thing, is just as long as they stay in the plane, you know, they can Uber some. He's wording it like, oh, you can Uber food in or this or that. Like, that's
what
the way that, and he's so proud of the idea, and it's not like you're just putting two people in solitary confinement, like,
literally, and filming it and being like, do you think they can make it? Do you think they'll win? We're gonna give them 100K if they do.
I've never watched a Mr. Beast video, but I wonder if in any of these they actually show clips of these people. Like, is it just censored? Because I know at some point these people are having, like, crash outs, you know?
No, it's all extremely edited and I mean, they're so well edited and so well done. Every single one of his videos gets hundreds of millions of views.
Would you subscribe to Mr. Beast?
I subscribe to Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, put me in Beast games. I'll lose on purpose. I will literally take the money as soon as I can because I know I'm not going to win and I'm not stupid. And I'll be like, money. And then I'll leave.
Deal or no deal?
Deal.
That's what you should do, is deal or no deal.
No, dude. Like, if you haven't watched any of the recent videos, like, literally, they're crazy. But yeah, like, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, he's just, like, slowly becoming, like, he's just doing,
Megamind or something.
Evil villain shit, but then he's like, we filmed it, and we're gonna watch what the results are.
If you stay around long enough, pretty soon they'll see you as the
But again, I don't dislike
villain.
Mr. Beast. I love Mr. Beast. I subscribe to him. Like, I watch all his videos.
Alec,
I could fucking...
I think you hit that quote perfect.
I can prove, literally. You can see these are all red.
I think
you can see, I've watched all these videos.
Thank you, Verge.
It's wild. But some of them are absolutely crazy.
I helped 100 people see colors.
Would you swim with sharks for $100,000? $10,000.
I built 100 houses.
Survive prison.
And all of these are just literally AI, like thumbnails.
Oh, dude, he puts so much time into the thumbnails. I guarantee you, like overthinks it so much.
Face your biggest fear to win $800,000.
But yeah, I mean, he's basically just YouTube supervillain, but he's actually a good guy. Like, he donates a bunch. He built like 50 billion different charity things, wells in Africa and shit like that. It's crazy.
But have you ever seen any of them?
Not with my own
Bro,
eyes.
I'm looking at this. This is actually insane. His lowest viewed video of like the past year is only 102 million views. Every video that he posts is getting 150 to 200 million views each.
Birch, the amount of money he makes off of one advertisement is probably more than the Super Bowl.
Let me look at,
because think about it from an advertiser's perspective. Like, how many people watch the Super Bowl every year?
So we all know that Social Blade is a very reliable source, but
128 million people watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So who would you?
His estimated earnings. His estimated earnings a month is either on the low end 875,000 to 14 million a month.
Well,
his yearly is 8.5 million to 1.36, and I think that's just considering YouTube ads. Like, that's not sponsorships.
I mean, almost every video he's spending million to however much money on every single video. It's insane. That's his whole business model. Like, since he's been a kid, he's literally just got a bunch of money from a video and put all that money into the next video over and over and over and over. He talked about on Rogan when he was on there that he had to take out a loan for some videos because, like, he was waiting on the money from whatever video. And his mom would tell him to save money, and, like, his mom would hide money from him, and he would find it and be like, oh, we have another however many $1,000. Let's do a video. Like, spend all of it. And it just kept working. And now he's literally...
And now he's the villain.
Yeah. It's wild. I love it, though. I'm here for it. Not a hater. Not trying to be a hater at all. Like,
you're pocket watching. You're pocket watching.
I mean...
So, do you think that's our next step is we just start naming our podcast titles like...
Calling out
Survive
Beast.
No. I'm saying, like, let's just name this one. Would you stay in a basement with skeletons for $1 million and then
Would you
do
risk
like an
death for $4?
That might grab some people. We might get some people over here.
All of a sudden, our audience is just 12-year-olds on YouTube Kids.
YouTube.
Hey, that's where the money's at.
God.
Kid, we're gonna make this family friendly.
I mean, we did talk about Toy Story earlier, so.
And other, yeah.
Bunch of kids movies.
So, Alec, are you like really nervous about having a camera next week and the world seeing what you look like?
This is
I'm just worried.
Allegedly,
you guys will see me shirtless.
Yeah,
what?
That's against terms of service.
It's as long as it's not in the first like 10 to 15 seconds, I think.
I'm just worried you'll see me with my cock and balls out.
He's the person coming on the rugs. I think we just got to the end.
Yeah. No, I never said that.
Yeah. I think we know where it's coming from at this point.
Alec, I think the world wants to see you with your shirt off because apparently you're benching, what, 250 now? Question mark?
Yep.
Jesus.
Getting jocked.
What do you weigh, like 150?
180.
Damn.
We're going to see him in a few weeks, and it's Gonna be scary. Oh, Alec. Okay, we can talk about that off pod, but
I was gonna say golfing.
Both of us are gonna be in Illinois here in a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm 100% down.
Even if we don't golf.
Weeks though.
Thursday, June 5th to at least for me.
I'll be there on
Thursday,
Friday.
June 5th is.
So probably do it Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get there Thursday late, but
because I'm out of town 2 weekends from now, which is Labor Day. Right?
So if you want to hang out Friday.
Is Labor Day 2 weekends from now?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just work here.
You're going to Wisconsin, aren't you?
No. Yeah, I'm going to Wisconsin.
I knew it.
This is gonna be your first time in Wisconsin, isn't it? That's crazy.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Yeah, you should go try
cheese.
You should go try the cheese. You should go try like Spotted Cow beer, the worst beer to ever fucking exist.
Whoa.
No, I tell you what. Can you do me a favor? Because it will only be like 2 weeks between. Is just save me 1 can of New Glarus.
I will.
Because I've only had it when I was a non-beer drinker, when I was like 19 years old.
Oh. Yeah.
So maybe the palate's changed.
I'm still a non-beer drinker. I'm still like 9 years old.
What's your go-to beverage?
Water.
That's alcoholic.
Used to say I like the Monsters seltzers.
Like if I'm at a bar, I'll just get a rum and Coke usually with Captain.
Okay, yeah, Captain Coke.
But if I'm like, I don't know, if I have to do like a can of something or whatever, or a bottle, I'll usually do like a hard cider.
Say you were doing
gas station run.
BWRUN beer run. I'd probably get ciders. I'd probably get hard ciders, or I would get like Bird said, I drink those Monster alcohol things. They're like Monster brand or whatever. It tastes like Monster, but there's no sugar or caffeine in them. It's just
you probably like Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Oh yeah, I'll drink a Mike's Hard. I'll drink a whatever bitch drink you got. Fruity drink.
I know you like Angry Orchard. Have you had the green apple ones?
Yeah, I like those better than just the regular ones.
Yeah.
They're a little sour. There's up here, I don't know if you guys have Blake's hard cider. Probably not in Texas. It's probably in Illinois maybe, but Blake's hard cider is like from up here, so it's like local. But they sell it they have a bunch of different kinds too. They have like a blue raspberry seltzer, like peach papaya, like all kinds of weird different seltzers. Or not seltzers, ciders. Sounds they have a couple of weird ones, but I haven't tried all of them. They had one that was caramel apple. It was actually really good. Caramel apple cider.
So, it's almost bedtime for me, but Alec, we haven't heard your black hole star of the week. Fire it off for us.
It's the Milwaukee Brewers.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
They're just terrible.
Both your star and your black hole?
Jackson Churio?
I don't have a star of the week.
That's literally how the ad reads every time. What about Jackson Churio? Love that MLB TV commercial.
The Brewers are just so bad. You got the Cardinals out here winning 9 games in a row.
That's my star of the week, baby.
The Cubs are just cubbing around, floating around, still winning the division, and the Brewers keep losing.
Do you want to hear my optimistic take?
Yeah, go ahead.
If I had to give you a devil's advocate optimistic take, I'd say Alec, if I asked you at the start of this season, would you rather the Brewers start really cold and then end the season hot as fuck going into the playoffs?
Or would you rather them start really hot and then cool down and be cold as fuck going into the playoffs? Which one would you say?
First one.
Well, there you go. That's what's happening so far. They're cold so far.
They're just joking around, you're saying?
There's a lot of games.
Joking boken.
Yeah, there's like a few 100 left.
If you go through your adversity early on in the year, you slowly start picking up steam, even if you just play 500 for a while and hang around and let the other teams lose, and then eventually you get hot at the right time. I think that's the best case scenario for whatever season.
Normally I'm not worried, but this year just feels different. We have nobody to rely on. Yelich is old and washed. Jackson Churios is kind of scuffling. I don't think he's quite good enough yet to carry the team. It's just trouble in Terrorist Town. The game mode right now.
It's a great game mode.
It is a great game mode.
Idea. Burge played TF2 for the first time like a week ago.
Oh yeah, he did play, didn't he?
And he was like, "What is this? What do I do?"
Did you tell him you shoot people?
I'm like, "There's a fortress over there, and we have a fortress. And so we're trying to infiltrate their fortress with our team." And this is the second iteration of this game. And that's why it's called Team Fortress 2.
That's really well put. I think I know how to play it now.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
We have a fortress, and they have a fortress.
Sorry, I was about to actually.
You're on a team.
We were just talking about how you've never played Team Fortress.
I heard everything. I heard everything you said.
Oh, fuck.
Don't talk shit about me like that again. No, it played so weird. Like, we were just getting spawn trapped, and there's fucking... yeah.
Yeah, the people that still play that game are pretty sweaty. They probably have like 3,000 hours.
It's him.
Still play that.
It's him that's funny.
TF2 lasted for us, like, we didn't even... I think Drew was with us, too. We didn't even finish the first match. I forgot what we hopped to, but...
Did you even play the OG map?
Yeah, we just played Capture the Flag on 2 for it, I think.
We also played a game that Alec never plays with us anymore called Risk of Rain 2.
Really? How'd that go?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy to not play it on breakneck difficulty, speed 5,000 times multiplier.
Alec, why don't you just play on normal?
Because it's fun on... What mode did you say, Dongle?
Super Mega Ultra difficulty times 50,000.
Yeah, see? That mode, that's the mode.
Get one shot on the third world after spending 20 minutes fucking buying every box after the one teleporter.
Because normally the runs are like an hour long plus. And if it's going to be an hour long, I want some action.
There's action on normal.
Yeah.
I want some action.
If it's an hour
literally, all Monsoon does is nerf your healing and then just make it more difficult. Like, it just makes stuff bullet sponges, if anything.
Yeah, but there's more action.
You're sitting there, you go, oh my god, it's for my skins. Because on each character, once you beat her on Monsoon difficulty, you gotta do skin. Bro, I don't play...
I have all the skins already, bro. You just don't get any battle points if you don't play the Monsoon.
So no battle points?
Did you actually know that they just dropped like a big update for Risk of Rain 2?
I did see that.
Yeah, apparently they like fixed a bunch of stuff for, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And they announced a third DLC.
Did they really?
Apparently.
I for sure knew there was 2.
So Friday we're gonna play Yeah, 4 days ago they announced Alloyed Collective, which is a new DLC.
So they finally fixed the newest DLC, and then they announce another one?
Yep.
Sounds about right.
I mean, I'm here for
it's
it.
Announced at PAX. I'm just saying, though, like, if you don't play Risk of Rain 2 with me on Friday, I'll kill myself, and that's a promise.
We don't say that.
Friday. Ooh.
Yeah.
Friday's not going to work. We're going to have to circle back to that one. I'm going to have to see if I can clear out my schedule.
Friday. And what's your name again?
Blake.
Big Rug. Does that change?
Don't bring that up.
Not right now.
They're listening.
He's in hot water.
They're listening.
You know what you should do is actually make a PowerPoint presentation.
Why Big Rug is out to get us?
Just about your findings. You know, you're a respectable journalist. You would never forge any details or lie about anything.
Of course not.
This is all based off of first-hand experience. So
yes, I've been out in the field gathering the information. And I can't spill the beans on what I've discovered yet, but I'll clip it together soon enough.
Okay. Well, Jacob Charles, I know, is about to fall asleep because it's midnight. So
it is not.
There you have it. That's
pod. Wakey, tired. Sorry, that was.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Shut up.
You know what happens if you fall asleep first at the sleepover?
On that note, we're going to end the podcast. Comment the movie that makes you cry. I already said what to comment. Like the freaking video if you fucking
comment whether 100 men could beat a gorilla that is roided up and trained by me.
No roids, no bullshit. Just a good old-fashioned gorilla. And 100 Navy fucking SEALs. Got it.
Don't get me started.
Well, we'll be back next week on either Tuesday or Thursday. Who knows? You can never plan these things with these guys.
But and I may or may not do video games with that guy.
Yeah, we'll see if Burge makes it to next week. Who knows?
He won't.
But we'll catch you next time.
Burge, I might.